morning, good morning, good morning.
So it begins. We got an email today for voluntary overtime on Saturday to complete written work. I knew this was going to happen, that we're going to start concentrating only on phones and we're not going to be able to get any written work done. And then they have to offer voluntary overtime. I mean, thankfully we're not open on Saturdays. Phones aren't open on Saturdays, so being able to do the written is easy enough done. We can get the written done, and I was talking with Audie, and I'm like, and he says, if they take us off the phones at like 4:30, and by us he means like escalation team or teams that don't take the 800 line phone calls. I'm like, yeah, if they would take us off, we're supposed to close at 5 anyway, the escalation line. So why not just let us, because if I have the headset on, I don't do as much work as when I have no headset on. We're just able to just blast music or listen to podcasts or something. I can concentrate on work so much better. So a few weeks ago, maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, I'm not really sure when, I sent a big email to the big wig, right, that asked us about what can we do to improve, So I sent a long email. He says, thanks for your reply or whatever. Then he said something about, studies show that people can be more well-rounded if they do all the work. It's basically what it says. And I'm thinking, okay, thanks for your feedback or something. Keep me posted. He's like, oh, I will do. He's not gonna. They're probably just gonna go with whatever the studies show. But studies are not all-inclusive, okay? I get it. You get a study in and it says being more well-rounded. Yes, I agree with that study. They are more well-rounded, but how can you improve? You can be so well-rounded and know what to do, but if you don't have time to do it, what's the point? You know what I mean? I understand, yes, make sure everybody understands how it works. Customer service needs to know the ins and outs of lots of different areas that aren't even our job. Because people ask, they're like, well, where does it go from here? What happens after this? And blah, 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 blah. If we don't know, then they lose all kind of hope in us, basically. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, they don't listen. Corporate people don't listen to the smaller people. Most corporate people, I don't know any corporation, big corporations that listen to their employees. Listen to your employees, not to some kind of study that was also done by a corporation. It's very frustrating because I saw this was coming. It's voluntary and I'm not going to do it. But because, if I had time this Saturday, I probably would, but probably not because I get burnt out. But anyway, just saying, you can't listen to corporations tell how corporations should run a corporation. It's you need to listen to your employees, not to some kind of study. Well, study shows they're well-rounded. Yeah, but if you don't have any time to do the work, how can you be... Yeah, you can... Oh, it's very frustrating. Itchy. Do my hair now. Okay, so remember my meatball goulash mishmash thing that I made on Monday? we still have like a lot left over, right? Because, well, I'm the only one who's eaten it so far. But you can see like it didn't make, or I made the sauce thicker with the, what do you call it? Cornstarch, with the cornstarch, right? And I was hoping that it would be actually a sauce once it cooled down, because it was still soupy when I ate it on Monday. But you see the sauce there is actually sauce consistency and not like tomato soup consistency. So that's good. So like when I put the can of diced tomatoes in there, it's diced tomatoes with pepper. So it's got a little spice to it. It's a bit spicy. What am I doing? I'm eating pizza. I need ranch. That's what I need. All right, so I think a lot of people just like to hear their own voice. By a lot of people, I mean me. I talk a lot. I talk an awful lot. Even when I'm just with Russ, I talk a lot. But I guess if I didn't talk a lot, you might think something's wrong. You know? Do most guys do that? They just like think something's wrong if their lady's not talking, their partner. Because you know you always have one partner. Fuzzies. You always have one partner who's like, blah, 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 and this happened and that happened and blah, 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 and they're talking a lot, and the other one's just like listening. But I think the partner who's listening likes to listen. At least they should. I would hope they like to listen. And the partner doing the talking likes to tell stories, which I do. Back in the day, like, I don't know, a few years back when I first started being on YouTube, my stories were lacking big time. No details. Alexa, what's my notification?
One new notification from Amazon. U.S. National Weather Service has issued a dense fog advisory for
Dense
Madison.
fog.
It'll be in effect until March 23rd, 7 p.m. CDT.
I'm pretty sure that's tomorrow. Let's go see if it's foggy. Today's the 23rd. Tomorrow's not. So it's not foggy. It's just very rainy, wet, and cold. Here. See? Wet, cold. Don't mind my car. It's missing a lot of things. Cosmetic things like hubcaps. Cold, wet, and cold. We still need to fix that or replace it. Wet, cold. It does not smell like worms. It probably will once it stops raining, because usually springtime smells like dirt and worms. So I mentioned this yesterday, I'm pretty sure. Whenever I mentioned it, it's when I mentioned it. Okay, I'm gonna eat my pizza. I have leftover pizza. I'm gonna eat it. Okay, bye. All right, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Thursday. What does that mean for me? Nothing, since I have to do 10 hours of overtime on Friday. Sick of overtime. Sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm very tired of overtime. I don't want to do any more overtime. I hate it. Next month we do have another class coming in. Hopefully that'll help out. It only helps if people actually stick around. And people would stick around if we didn't have so much freaking overtime. And if they paid more. Seriously, her job's not easy. Right? It's Birdie. Okay. She's getting something to drink. Words that are escaping me. What did I have? I thought I had something to say. I haven't unpacked since last weekend. I haven't unpacked. It takes forever. Oh, it takes forever for me to unpack. Why is that? Because I hate putting clothes away. Excuse me. Even when I do laundry, I don't mind washing the clothes. Pardon. It's the putting away of clothes that I really don't like. You fold them and put them away. So I'm doing this right here, folding my pants that I wear for tomorrow. I fold them kinda, and I throw them up there, and I wear them tomorrow. I smell like B.O. I need to wash again. Need another shower. But I'm a stinky. You want to smell my armpit? Armpit! Armpit! I don't have that much hair. So, speaking of armpit hair, my brother, being who he is, told Makai to shave his armpits. Makai didn't want to shave his armpits. So instead of telling his dad no, or he did say no, and then my brother said, yeah, just shave your armpits. So he did. Makai shaved his armpits. And he was very not weird about it. He was like, it's quite funny because over the weekend he's like, my dad made me shave my armpits. I'm like, your dad didn't make you shave your armpits. Your dad told you to shave your armpits and did so thinking you wouldn't do it. He wanted to see your reaction and what you would act if you'd actually do it. And he did it. If you didn't shave your armpits, he would just keep nagging you and asking you to shave your armpits. You wouldn't have gotten in trouble. So I think it's funny because Matt did that. He's always done that. He did that to me when I was growing up. When we were growing up as siblings. He told me to shave my mustache. And he'll give me whatever thing of mine that he had. He said, I'll give it back to you if you shave your mustache. I'm like, I don't have a mustache. Every girl gets something here and here. You know, they get a little they get facial hair, peach fuzz or whatever. They do. Okay? They just do. It doesn't matter why. It just happens. Anyway, so I did it. Did he give me my thing back? No. He just wanted to see if I'd do it. And I did. Yeah, my brother does sound like a jerk, doesn't he? But it was big brother stuff, you know. I don't hate my brother at all. I love my brothers, both of them. Even though they picked on me as a child, all the time they picked on me. Siblings always picked on each other. Why is that? I don't know. Why do siblings feel the need to pick on their other siblings? Especially if it's like a big brother, younger sister thing. The big brother always wants to pick on the younger sister. And the older sister wants to pick on the younger brother. But they can only do so for so long. We're always smaller. The sisters are always smaller than the brothers. So it's not like we got a height advantage or anything to put over their heads. No pun intended. But still, I'm just saying that, you know, if you grow up with siblings, you want to pick on them when you're younger. But when you get older, you have really good relationships. You talk to each other, give each other advice, that kind of stuff. Have a conversation. I guess. Most people I know, anyway, have conversations with their brothers. I take that. Not most people. Some. There's some people. I know a few people that don't talk to their siblings because they do not have good relationships with their siblings. My hair's growing. It's growing. It's growing. Kitty, I've got treats for you if you come in. Kitty treats. Yeah, she'll come in when she wants to come in. She's a cat. Anyway, I have nothing to add. I'm not really sure what that rant about siblings was, but the guy shaved his armpits. That's all I gotta say. So have yourself a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Toodles.